Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bold and Beautiful today.
Will Brooke and Nick last? Will the relationship between Nick and Brooke last? Will Brooke and Nick last? Or will Ridge's desire for what he cannot have force him to become so envious that he will wind up making Brooke fall in love with him once more? That's what many viewers of the episode are left wondering. It appears like Brooke and Nick may get back together now that Nick is back on her radar. But only if Ridge doesn't interfere, isn't that right? It has already occurred and will inevitably occur once more. Of course, there was a lot to say about the issue on the internet. Unfortunately, he is only passing through, others have even said in their comments. Based on an interview he did. It's probably to get Ridge to finally get over it. Feel envious and implore Brooke to pardon him for believing she is not his destiny. What will happen to Brooke Logan next? I must admit, it was entertaining to watch Brooke and Nick share a kiss and witness their flashbacks today, another fan of the show commented. However, I found it a little unsettling when Ridge and Taylor hugged and kissed. The idea that they are attracted to one another doesn't seem credible. He constantly takes her by the hips, which worries me out since it seems like he's grabbing a teenager. Additionally, this comment was made, "I'm genuinely loving this as well." I would adore it if the destiny stuff turned out to be nonsense and Taylor abandoned Ridge because he was too envious. Only for Ridge to be left alone while Brooke is contentedly matched with Nick. What comes next on BNB is still up in the air. To find out what will happen next, fans will just need to watch every single day. On weekdays, the CBS network broadcasts The Bold and the Beautiful. Look up the timings in your local listings. Please share your opinions in the comments section below to let us know what you think in the interim. Nick and Brooke will last as a couple. For years, the on-again, off-again dynamics of Brooke Logan's romantic life have been a central storyline, and Nick's recent reappearance has reignited hope among some viewers that this pairing might finally find stability and happiness. Yet, as with all soap opera romances, nothing is ever straightforward or guaranteed. Will their relationship endure, or will old flames and jealous rivals, particularly Ridge Forrester, disrupt their potential future together? Brooke Logan's love life has always been complex, and her history with Nick is no exception. Nick Marone was introduced as a bold alternative to Ridge, the long-standing love interest and often the primary male protagonist in Brooke's life. Their connection brought fresh drama and new energy to the show, highlighting a passionate, if turbulent, relationship that contrasted with the more traditional Brooke-Ridge saga. The key question remains, can Nick and Brooke's chemistry and shared history survive the pressures and obstacles that inevitably arise in the world of the bold and the beautiful? One of the biggest challenges for Nick and Brooke's potential future lies in Ridge's presence and influence. Ridge Forrester has long been portrayed as fiercely possessive and sometimes dangerously jealous when it comes to Brooke. Many fans speculate that Ridge's jealousy could be a catalyst for him to re-enter Brooke's life with renewed vigor, potentially sweeping her off her feet once again, not necessarily out of genuine love, but because he is determined to claim what he feels is his by right. This pattern of jealousy-driven reunions has occurred before and is likely to repeat, making it difficult to imagine Nick and Brooke's relationship lasting without conflict. Social media and online fan forums are abuzz with theories and opinions about what's next for Nick and Brooke. Some fans are optimistic, seeing Nick's return as a sign that Brooke might finally find a lasting relationship. Others are more cynical, believing that Nick is merely a transient figure designed to provoke Ridge's jealousy and rekindle the old Brooke-Ridge romance. One popular theory suggests that Nick's presence is intentionally temporary, a narrative device to jolt Ridge into realizing what he's about to lose, ultimately pushing him to fight harder for Brooke's affection. The emotional turmoil this creates is palpable, and fans have expressed their feelings openly. Many viewers recall recent episodes where Brooke and Nick shared tender moments and kisses, triggering flashbacks that reignited memories of their past romance. These scenes sparked excitement among those hoping for a reunion, while also drawing comparisons to the more uncomfortable displays between Ridge and Taylor. The latter relationship, though significant in the show's history, has divided viewers. Some find Ridge and Taylor's interactions unsettling, describing Ridge's behavior as overly possessive or even creepy, especially when he is seen grabbing Taylor in ways that feel inappropriate. This contrast makes Brooke and Nick's connection appear more natural and authentic to some fans, increasing their hopes for the couple's future. Another intriguing aspect of the fan response involves a desire for long-term change in the show's romantic dynamics. Some have voiced hopes that the idea of destiny that often ties Brooke and Ridge together might finally be debunked, allowing Brooke to pursue happiness with Nick instead. They envision a scenario where Ridge's jealousy backfires, driving Taylor away and leaving Ridge isolated, while Brooke and Nick build a strong, happy partnership. This wish reflects a growing appetite among viewers for fresh storylines that break from the traditional love triangle and focus on more stable, fulfilling relationships. But, as with all soap operas, the future is uncertain and full of twists. The writers of The Bold and the Beautiful are masters of drama, often keeping viewers on edge with unexpected plot turns, betrayals, and reconciliations. The delicate balance of romance, rivalry, and personal growth makes it impossible to predict with certainty whether Nick and Brooke's relationship will withstand the inevitable storms ahead. The tension between the characters, the complex backstories, and the viewer's emotional investment all contribute to a narrative that is constantly evolving. For those who want to keep up with the drama as it unfolds, The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on CBS, offering fresh episodes that will reveal how the love triangle between Brooke, Nick, and Ridge develops. Each day brings new surprises, and fans eagerly await every twist and turn, speculating on what will happen next. Will Nick prove to be the steady partner Brooke has long sought, or will Ridge's jealousy and history with Brooke once again pull her back into his orbit? The answers lie in the episodes to come. In the meantime, fans continue to engage passionately in online discussions, sharing their thoughts, hopes, and frustrations about Brooke's love life. This ongoing dialogue reflects the deep connection viewers feel to the characters and the emotional journeys they undertake. Whether one roots for Nick or Ridge, or even Taylor, the vibrant fan community keeps the show alive and buzzing with anticipation. Ultimately, the question "Will Nick and Brooke last?" encapsulates more than just a plot point. It highlights themes of love, loyalty, desire, and the human struggle to find happiness amid complexity. It also reminds us why The Bold and the Beautiful remains a beloved staple of daytime television. Its characters and their relationships are compelling, relatable, and forever captivating. As fans tune in day after day, the hope lingers that Nick and Brooke's story will evolve into one of lasting love, a story that finally brings them the peace and joy they both deserve. Nick's bomb, Brooke's reality check, and Luna's discovery. Luna knows Zawa to recognize that she is being played by Will Spencer. Brooke Logan is informed by Nick Marone that Ridge Forrester accepted Taylor Hayes' proposal of marriage. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Will Spencer's risky bet. Let's begin with Will, who is engaged in a risky game. Luna's release from prison was made possible by Bill Spencer. Will is now committed to seeing that the murderer is put back in jail. Although I respect Will's bravery, I fear he is taking on more than he can handle. After killing several individuals, Luna now conceals a gun. Luna knows Zawa's finding. Sheila Carter Sharp warned her granddaughter to exercise caution before departing. Sheila was also the one who informed Luna that Will's change appeared to be extremely abrupt. Luna could have only needed that warning. One major warning sign is that Will is conversing rather than tearing off her clothes. Fans are aware that Luna made sure her revolver was primed and ready after Sheila departed but before Will showed up. Then, just before Will arrived, she concealed it. It appears like Will needs to respond quickly because Luna is asking him about the true situation. It is hinted that when Luna learns what is happening, things may take a surprising turn. But Luna must exercise caution. She has to cope with a wide-lens camera in addition to wiring. Luna may be astute enough to recognize Will's plot, but is she astute enough to keep her composure in front of the camera? Nick Marone's shocking revelation. According to previews for tomorrow's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Nick overheard Taylor asking Ridge to marry him. Nick reveals the painful revelation knowing that Brooke is still obsessed with the designer. Nick informs the blonde that Taylor asked Ridge to marry him. Brooke then inquires as to Ridge's response to the idea. Brooke's heart is about to be broken once more, which is unfortunate. Brooke was convinced that Taylor was merely Ridge's rebound. Will Brooke finally come to terms with the fact that Ridge has moved on from her after hearing about the wedding? Is it time for Brooke to let go of him? The saga begins with Will Spencer, a character who has transformed from a somewhat reckless youth into a man driven by a mission, but whose motivations are shrouded in shadow. It was Will's father, Bill Spencer, whose influence freed Luna Nozawa from prison, setting a series of dangerous events into motion. While it may seem that Will's intention is noble, a quest for justice to ensure that a killer remains behind bars, his actions hint at something more complicated and much riskier. Luna Nozawa is no ordinary character. She is a woman with a dark past, entangled in multiple violent incidents. She has taken lives, survived betrayals, and is now armed and dangerous. Her possession of a hidden gun adds a palpable tension to every scene she inhabits. But here's the twist: while everyone sees Will as the hero, the man who's bringing light to Luna's darkness, there's a dangerous game unfolding beneath the surface. Will is not just trying to keep Luna in check. His approach seems calculated, almost theatrical, like a chess player moving pieces with strategic precision. The fact that he's engaging Luna in conversations instead of reacting with passion or suspicion is an indicator that there's more to his plan than meets the eye. It's a delicate balance, one wrong move, and it could all unravel disastrously. Luna Nozawa's discovery, the warning signs and the growing suspicion. Meanwhile, Luna's instincts are sharper than anyone gives her credit for. Before leaving, Luna received a dire warning from her grandmother, Sheila Carter Sharp, a woman with her own complicated history in the Forrester family saga. Sheila's cautionary words about being careful were more than just grandmotherly advice, they were a red flag raised high, signaling the dangers lurking ahead. Sheila's skepticism of Will's sudden change of heart, his quick pivot from hostility to civility, is shared by Luna. The sudden softness in Will's demeanor makes her suspicious. Luna's experience tells her that people don't change overnight, especially not in their intentions. The fact that Will is talking rather than confronting her physically sets off alarms in her mind. One of the most telling moments is Luna's preparation. Fans have seen her cocking a gun and hiding it just before Will arrives, a clear indication that she's expecting trouble and is ready to defend herself. This act alone is a window into her mindset. She's alert, cautious, and unwilling to let her guard down despite Will's seemingly calm approach. The question then becomes, what does Luna really discover about Will's intentions? It is teased that Luna will uncover a scheme, something underhanded and manipulative. But Luna's discovery is not just about what Will is doing, it's about how she handles this knowledge. She's caught in a web of danger, with surveillance cameras and hidden wires around her. Her reaction is crucial. Will she keep her cool, play along, or will she blow up in anger and risk exposing herself? The tension is thick with possibility. Nick Marone's bombshell, the news that could shatter Brooke's world. Across the other side of the Forrester family drama, another seismic shift is happening. Nick Marone, a man known for his frankness and straightforwardness, becomes the bearer of news that no one wants to hear, especially Brooke Logan. Brooke, a woman whose heart has long been entwined with Ridge Forrester, is blindsided when Nick drops a bombshell. Taylor Hayes, Ridge's longtime love rival and Brooke's complicated friend, has proposed marriage to Ridge. This revelation is not just gossip, it is a declaration of a new reality that Brooke has been desperately avoiding. Brooke's reaction is a mixture of disbelief and heartbreak. For years, she has held on to the hope that Ridge might return to her, that their complicated history might still have a future. Taylor was always the other woman, the one who came between them, but Brooke never fully accepted that Ridge might truly move on. Nick's blunt disclosure forces Brooke to confront the harsh truth: Ridge is ready to commit to Taylor in a way that Brooke cannot ignore. When Brooke asks what Ridge's answer was, the tension rises. Nick's news is a dagger to her heart. The emotional weight of this moment is immense. Brooke's dream of a renewed relationship with Ridge is fading fast. The question now becomes whether Brooke can finally let go, or if she will cling to the past, fighting against a future that no longer includes her. The intersection of truths, what it means for the Forrester universe. These storylines are not isolated, they weave together in the tapestry of the bold and the beautiful to create a rich, complex drama. Will's dangerous game with Luna impacts not just those two, but the entire Spencer and Forrester families. Luna's discovery and her response could lead to revelations that upend alliances and shift loyalties. Will's motivations, whether they stem from protection, manipulation, or something darker, will ripple through the storyline, affecting everyone. Simultaneously, Nick's bombshell to Brooke shakes the foundation of the Forrester love triangle that fans have followed for decades. Brooke's potential heartbreak opens doors for new story arcs. Will she find strength in adversity? Will she seek revenge, or will she find a new path forward? Taylor and Ridge's impending marriage proposal adds a layer of complexity. It's not just a union of two people but a statement about moving on, forgiveness, and the possibility of new beginnings. What lies ahead? Predictions and possibilities. As the drama unfolds, here are some possibilities for where the story could go. Luna's next move. With her suspicions about Will growing, Luna might decide to play along while secretly gathering evidence. Her intelligence and survival instincts could lead her to outsmart Will, exposing his plans to the rest of the characters. Will's true intentions. Will could be playing a double game, perhaps working for Bill Spencer with a hidden agenda. His heroism might be a facade to trap Luna or to use her for some larger scheme. Brooke's emotional journey. Brooke's heartbreak could lead her to unexpected places, a new love interest, a strengthened bond with her children, or a renewed focus on her career. Alternatively, she might struggle with jealousy and despair, creating tension with Taylor and Ridge. Taylor and Ridge's wedding plans. The engagement will likely face obstacles, old flames, family objections, or unexpected revelations that threaten to derail their plans. Final thoughts. The latest twists in The Bold and the Beautiful prove once again why the show remains a fan favorite. With Luna's discovery potentially appending Will's dangerous game, and Nick's bombshell forcing Brooke to face painful truths, viewers are in for emotional, high-stakes drama. The intricate interplay between love, betrayal, power, and survival keeps the characters evolving and the audience hooked. What Luna, Will, Brooke, Nick, Ridge, and Taylor do next will determine not just their own futures but the fate of all the families intertwined in this soap opera saga. Ridge's heart pounded fiercely in his chest as he watched Brooke gathering her things, the soft rustle of the fabric in her suitcase almost unbearable to him, each fold a reminder that she was really leaving him, leaving everything they had fought for, leaving their tangled, complicated history behind for a fresh start in Italy with Nick. The room seemed suffocating, filled with a heavy silence pierced only by the faint sounds of the airport shuttle calling her name in his mind, urging her forward, pulling her away from him. He took a step closer, his voice trembling but desperate, his fingers twitching with the need to reach out and hold her, to keep her from walking through that door. "Brooke, please, just listen to me for a moment," he pleaded, his eyes locking onto hers, searching for that flicker of something, hope, doubt, regret, that might make her stay. "I know you think this is what you need, that Nick is the escape, the future you want, but you're making a mistake, a huge mistake. I've made mistakes too, plenty of them, but Brooke, none of it means I don't love you. None of it means I'm ready to lose you." His voice cracked, raw with emotion as he took another step closer, the distance between them shrinking but the fear growing. "You and I, we belong together. We always have. Italy isn't going to change that. You think running away will solve everything, but the truth is, the only place you ever truly felt at home was here, with me. Can't you feel it too? The pull, the connection? The years, the memories, the love? Don't throw it all away for something that might just be a moment, a fleeting chance at happiness that could disappear in the blink of an eye." Brooke's eyes glistened with tears, her resolve wavering for just a fraction as Ridge's words found their way past the walls she'd built around herself. He reached out, gently taking her hand in his thumb brushing over her skin as if trying to imprint her touch into his very soul. "I know you're scared. I know you've been hurt. But I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And if you stay, I promise we'll fight through everything, every misunderstanding, every heartbreak, because you're the only person I want to fight for. Not Nick, not Italy, just you. Here, with me." His voice dropped to a whisper, thick with emotion and longing, the vulnerability laid bare as he poured every ounce of his heart into those words. Brooke's breath hitched, her suitcase forgotten for the moment as the storm inside her calmed just enough to hear the truth in Ridge's plea. In that suspended moment, the world outside ceased to exist, the airport, the plane, Nick waiting for her, all irrelevant compared to the man standing before her, raw and real, desperate for a chance to prove that their love could survive, could endure anything. And as she looked into his eyes, seeing the pain, the hope, the unwavering devotion, a part of her wondered if maybe, just maybe, home wasn't a place across the ocean, but right here, in Ridge's arms. Will the relationship between Nick and Brooke last? Will Brooke and Nick last? Or will Ridge's desire for what he cannot have force him to become so envious that he will wind up making Brooke fall in love with him once more? That's what many viewers of the episode are left wondering. It appears like Brooke and Nick may get back together now that Nick is back on her radar. But only if Ridge doesn't interfere, isn't that right? It has already occurred and will inevitably occur once more. Of course, there was a lot to say about the issue on the internet.